Hey y'all. So apparently this video is not supposed to be uploaded because um we it's I come on back on.
I'm back.
You know what? And then I'm gonna bring my brother on too. And then I'm waiting for everybody to come back on. So
Okay. Because
this
this right here is a good one.
right, but this is my problem because it apparently I'm just
So do you
it's
have,
yeah.
are you going to be able to join, to put all three of the videos back on together? Are they going to be on
No, because they
pieces?
didn't download or save.
Oh,
Right.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
not good.
Right.
What about the what about the so the little text messages that they
No, they
put?
don't come up. That's one thing that IG doesn't do. Even when you watch the replay, they're not on here. Um, they don't come back up on here like that. So, hey, it's my brother
Hello.
What
Jamal.
up, sis? What up? What up? What up?
So
Hey, don't
I
start
don't look
nothing
on
on
their
here.
calendar
Don't
because
start nothing
look,
on here, y'all. Listen, listen, listen.
hey,
All I was trying to
no,
do was chill in the cut now.
look, but no, here we go. I want you on here just for a brief minute, but we're gonna talk about the kid part since you on here, Kelly. I just wanted to bring you on because I got
Yeah.
I got Sunday the 22nd at 7 p.m. Are you available?
Listen, I'm available whenever, sis.
So I'm gonna inbox you, but yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna be a good day for you. You'll be my third mail. I had a mail last
Listen,
night. I got one scheduled for the 18th, so I'm excited.
I'm
Are you going to be
available
in town?
whenever.
Hold
Who
on,
me?
Nay, are you going to be in town?
Yeah, I don't leave till the 23rd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Renee,
okay, so
if it's cool, I just want to say something to the sister that's struggling with the father that don't want to be in the kid's life,
okay, wait, hold
Nicole.
on 1 second. Let me bring everybody who coming on now that's gonna probably come on because you on and everything else. So you all look. We've been on this live with technical difficulty since 7 p.m.
This is the third time.
I've lost 3 videos, well, 2 videos now, and they've all had juicy, good comment. I'm not gonna be able to save them. I'm mad. But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about divorce and the traumas and triggers that come from divorce. We're giving people good tips about those who want to get
She
married,
on.
those who want to get married again, those who get married for the first time. We're all talking about it, of course, also because we're all people of faith. We're talking about God and being a part of it, and people who are being helped by just coming through and just so I'm just trying to give good nuggets to help people who either want to get married or I'm trying to take off the negative stigmatism of divorce because sometimes divorce just has to happen. And even if it happens, you still are a good person. You still are whole. You still, as long as you get healed in the midst of it, you can still get married again if you want to.
Yes.
If you choose not to, you don't have to. But however, you're not damaged goods. And
Right.
you just
That's
have to
right.
realize that you want to do, you have to be more aware and conscious of what you did the first time and not do it the second time. But the biggest component of all of this is communication.
Mm.
Communication and also letting God really be God in your life if you're a believer. If you're not a believer, I'm not forcing my God on you. However, I just know from my own instance, the mistakes that I made was because I didn't let God be first. I made decisions out of his will. And I believe, even though I know that some things have to happen, honestly, because of my story, because I am a domestic abuse survivor, I survived being shot, I survived suicide attempts. I know that it's part of my journey because my story is going to help and heal so many because I don't look like what I've been through. And I know that my story is supposed to be told. So I know certain things I had to go through to get to this point in my life to be able to help other people. However, some of them things I think I could have avoided if I allowed God to be God in my life. I
Mm.
think that's safe to say.
Mm.
Mhm.
So okay, now that I got you here, Demond, go ahead and say something right quick, and then I'm gonna let Kelly finish saying what she was saying. Nicole said though she's over it now. She just made the
Yeah.
point about that.
Yeah.
So we can talk about the kids too. I don't have any kids, so both of you all can talk about that.
Yeah,
So go ahead,
yeah.
Demond.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I just want to thank you, ladies, for this knowledge, this wealth of information, and also, sis, thank you. You know what I mean, for bringing you on. I was just trying to chill in the cut. You know what I'm talking about? But listen to the sister. Listen, you just said it, Renee, when you said you had to let God be God. And as I said in the earlier previous, before we got kicked off the live, you know what I mean. My uncle told me a long time ago, AGE don't spell MAN. They two totally different things, right? And I'm that father after divorce. I got 5 kids total, 3 from a previous marriage. And I'm that father that's fighting regularly to stay active in my children's life. And I'm determined no matter what, no matter how many hills I got to go through and go over, I'm going to be in their lives. And I am successful with that. However, when you have to deal with the unfortunate situation that there are men who I still can't understand for the life of me, how you cannot want to be active in your seed's life, your flesh, your blood, right? I just want to encourage all the sisters that may be experiencing this situation. But I will tell you this, we can't change anybody, but God can change everybody. I'm going to say that one more time, and I'm going to pass the mic to the sister over
Yes,
there. You
yes,
understand
yes,
what I'm saying? One more time for the people in the back. Your sis said
yes.
say that. So listen, we as people, we can't change anybody, but God is able to change everybody. So once
Come
you
on.
put it in his hands wholeheartedly and you forgive, right? You
Yes,
don't have to
definitely.
forget the hurt, but you do have to forgive. And that
Yes.
will allow God the opportunity and the space to move in a way. And he will move in a way that you ain't seen before. That's all I want to say. You know what I'm saying? I just love y'all, man. You know what I'm talking about? Anytime we able to give life, you know what I mean? You know what it is, sis. You already know how me and my
Thank
wife
you.
feel about you. You family to us.
Tell
So
my sister I said hey.
you already see back there with them 2 babies right now. Ain't no telling what they doing back there. So, you know, if I go back there, they gonna wrestle me to death. So I don't want to get jumped right now.
Well, I appreciate you even coming on, like even finding time to jump on, just to even listen. But even you giving, when I being where we met at, being with Jeremy Anderson and being on a Zoom. I mean, of course, I love listening to you talk all the time, but of course, meeting you in person brought it to a whole nother level. And
Wow.
I have such a love for you and your wife. You guys are amazing to me. And so just thank you for coming on. But yeah, I think I want you back on with this whole male perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 22nd, I think I'm free that night. So
22nd. All right.
that'll be the night I'm packing up to leave for Cancun. But however, I will
Ooh,
take the time.
Cancun. Don't
I will
start
take
nothing.
the time to go ahead and handle that. Because
All
this
right.
is important too.
Yeah. I'm gonna
This is
tell boss
important
lady
too.
the 22nd. You know what I mean? Make sure cause she the one keep me in, she keep me in
You know
check.
what? I'm gonna inbox both of y'all so
Do
she
that.
can put you on your cap, put it on your cap because you're a busy man.
Yeah, I be all over the place.
I know you busy. You
To
busy.
God be
Thank
the
you.
glory. To
Thank you
God
for
be the
fitting
glory.
me in. Look, thank you
Hey,
for
hey,
fitting
hey,
me in.
hey, hey, I can't be no other way. Somebody gonna have to move out the way to make room for you, sis. Especially you talking about going to Cancun. I want to know what that be like. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love you. It's your time coming. It's coming. I
You gotta
promise you,
do
it's
it.
coming.
You gotta do it. I
You
receive
just gotta do it. You
it.
gotta make stuff happen in life. If you want to live
Absolutely.
your best life, you just gotta. Sometimes you gotta
Yeah,
make the extra sacrifices to do what you gotta do to make it
yeah.
happen.
Facts.
You
Big
know.
facts. I love you,
So
sis. I
I
love
love
you
you
too,
too.
sis, over there. I ain't never met you
God
before,
bless you.
but
God
you
bless
family
you.
too. God bless
Yes,
you. It's
sir.
yours. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks,
All right.
Demond.
You're welcome. I'm gonna fade to black now.
Thank you for
Okay,
your
see you later,
wisdom.
baby.
All
All
right.
right.
To God be the glory. You gotta kick
Yes,
me out
sir.
because I don't know how to exit.
It's the X on your top of your screen or an X at the bottom of your screen. Where you see yourself at, it should be an X or touch your screen.
It's an X on the top by her.
Oh, I see the X at the top. Peace, y'all.
Bye
All
bye.
right. God bless.
Okay, so
I think he wonderful man, wonderful. Like he said, to God be the glory. I think
I
he
love
brought out
this
a couple good
information.
points. Forgiveness, definitely, regardless of whatever, you got to forgive because you release yourself and you release that person. Also, speaking on the children, I remember one thing with the kids, regardless of my feelings that I had towards their father at that time, and regardless of what I felt he did wrong, you can't could nobody talk about him in front of them. I think that's one of the main. I mean, because like my family, as far as protecting me and thinking of things that their father did wrong. You don't let the kid, because the kids need to form their own opinion of their father. You can't allow nobody else to be talking derogatory about their father in front of them.
Right. And that's true. That's in any relationship. Um, I'm sorry, I'm responding to
Yeah.
my brother. Um, that's with any relationship. And that's one of the things too, I think, and we getting off subject now when we talk about this. I have a real problem. And I don't know, I say it's because I would want I always want what's best for the children. And I really have a problem with bitter baby mamas, and I hate to say it because it's true, and bitter baby daddies. I hate for fathers who don't want to take care of their kids because they feel like they shouldn't have to do it because they don't want to be bothered with the baby mama. And I hate for bitter baby mamas not to want their children to be around the father because the baby father done moved on, did whatever he did, even if he's not financially doing what he's supposed to be doing because you need money. If he's trying to raise his children as best as he possibly can, why neglect or let the child suffer because you and your feelings about some money?
Right. You have to put the children first. And I forgot exactly because we were getting ready to talk on children about this divorce that Nicole had mentioned, and then she said she's over it. Let me go back to find the
I don't
comment.
think it's gonna be in this one. It was in the last video. It was about it was about the father not wanting to be a part of the kid's life, and she was doing the best she can, even though she was going through the divorce. Nicole, you want to come on the screen? Say yes, and I'll bring you on. So just all of that just plays a huge part in it. When we talk about, I mean, that's another. Even though I haven't mentioned it with anybody else because I can't remember how many people I've had on that had children. Um, the the trauma, a lot of people get triggered in trauma with the kids too, because now when you separate, especially like if you're the custodial parent and the other parent is not doing right, then you have to you got to pick up the slack.
She
You got
said
to pick up
yes.
the slack. Okay.
Well, I remember what I was going to say. So I didn't suffer. Hello. I
Hey,
didn't.
Nick.
I didn't suffer with my children's father not wanting to be a part of their life or not doing his role. He I did have to take him for child support. Put that on there. It's part of. I had to make sure he didn't want me to put that in the divorce decree. He wanted me to have it on the side, but I was like, no, that got to go in the divorce decree because I'm not just to come for you, chasing you
When
down
you
for your
don't do
money
something.
and
Right.
all of that. We're gonna get that taken care of. Um, but regardless, he did what he was supposed to do, as far as seeing the kids and. Uh, the money part he had no choice of because as long as he was working, he was coming out of his check. Um, but always, yes, always make sure. So I would say this: if there's children involved, I would really suggest to let the kids go to counseling as well, regardless if they don't say anything at the time of their age. It's going to reflect them in sometimes ways that nobody, because you're going through your own trauma as it is, nobody else knows or is really paying attention to the kids' trauma that they're going through. Because remember, they were a part of one household, and there might have been trauma in the household and when they were all there already that they had to go through that wasn't dealt with. Now all of a sudden, they're all torn apart, separated. I'm going to say that because um, my kids when they were younger, going back and forth on the weekends, and then on holidays, we decided, okay, you can go over there, and then when I moved, we went through the thing of if they were going to come with me or if they were going to stay with their father. So to a certain point, that reflected on them, and what is this? How many ever years now later that I've divorced their father, my son I just found out I would say within the last 2 or 3 weeks ago, my oldest son mentioned to me about the trauma that affected him about going back and forth
Mm.
between mother and father, or like who was going to, about me and their father arguing about or trying to decide whose turn it was for them to come and see. You know,
Oh wow.
I had the custodial, I was a custodial's parent. So, and my son is 20 something, 26 maybe. Yeah, I think he's 26, 26 going on 27. So for him just to tell me that now, and we've been divorced since I think 2000. So
You
for
said
20 years
2000.
later, for him to tell me that, make sure your children go through counseling
Yeah.
after a divorce.
So, Nikki, thank you for joining us. Beautiful. I appreciate you
No
coming on here.
problem.
So,
Now
you
my
know, Tuesday night,
my huh
I probably need to get your own night too. But yeah.
man. Okay, my divorce. Wait a minute, these AirPods echo. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Okay, so with mine, I have 3 children with my ex as well. I gotta go outside because they in here. So I had 3 children with my ex as well, but he decided even before the divorce that he didn't want to be bothered with us,
Mm.
with me and the kids. And I want to say, I've always gave him access, even though, but see, my situation, he would badmouth me to them. So I was always left in a position where I didn't want to explain to the kids what happened and why everything ended. But he would tell them, like, mommy broke the home up.
Mm.
So it was always like, my back was always pushed up against the wall because they'll come ask me, mommy, what happened? And I'm like, at the time, my sons now are 14 and 19. So at the time, I've been divorced 7 years, but I've been gone from him 10. So my oldest at the time was 10, and my 14-year-old was like 5 when we left. But when I left him, we made an agreement that the kids would stay there because that was the home that they were raised in, right? But eventually, they were used to having mommy and daddy there. So they were like, I don't want to be here with daddy, mommy. We want to come to the new place with you. And I was like, well, okay, that's fine. So he got to the point where he was like, no, let me backtrack. When I left, he came here. He left the house and came to the apartment with me. And he stayed here for maybe like a year, almost 2. And he just, it's like, we were supposed to be working on it, but everything that transpired, he was still holding me accountable for everything, not taking no responsibility. Get in there. Get in there. She's like, really? And I thought that it was bothering my youngest because I was getting all the bad behaviors. Like, it was the divorce, the separation crushed my kids. The
Wow.
divorce was the icing on the cake.
Did you get them
So with my
assistance?
separation, huh?
Did you get them assistance? Did you get them counseling?
I didn't. I didn't. And that's why I made that comment. It's messed up all around when you're broken, you're trying to raise broken children. Because you uprooted them from their normal environment for whatever personal reason that you have. And my feelings always been mutual with things because I came to the agreement that even if we're not together, whatever happened with whatever transpired between you and I is between you and I. The kids should know. So that was always my moral from the beginning. But he felt that it was a need for him to explain to a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old what we as adults went through.
Mm.
So I'm getting all the backlash. And when he checked out, like a couple years after, we were still separated, not divorced. When he checked out, now I get all the bad behaviors. I have to continuously go up to the school. It was terrible.
So
Like,
your advice would be to make sure your kids get counseling as well, since you didn't do it.
ooh,
How old are your kids now?
19 and 14.
Have you thought about
My
getting them
young
counseling?
and he literally has, but he's still okay. And after all the protecting that I thought I was doing, my children still gravitated towards him. Not that I didn't want them to be with their dad. That was always my mission. But no matter how toxic things got, he would cuss me in front of them. One time, he cussed me so bad, I dragged him. I dragged him. Lord Jesus, thank you for deliverance. But I dragged that man. I put hands on him. Because I was like, you know what? You're being disrespectful towards me in front of them. Then you're talking about me while they're with you. It was like so much build up that I just was tired. So I was ready
Yeah.
to fight. Knuckle up because it's about to go down.
Have you thought about getting them help now, even though they're older?
Yes, I have. And myself and my middle son, he was just there. And that's another story for another day. So eventually they end up gravitating with leaving here as they got older. My oldest son left last year, 18th birthday. Went to live there all these years. And recently, a few months ago, the middle one left there. Left here and went there. But it's toxic over there.
Hmm.
So they didn't want him there no more. My oldest son is still there, but he told me, he said, Mama, it's terrible over there. So I said, Demarion, why are you still there? It's a lot.
And I'm
But
quite sure it's loyalty, probably feeling some type of loyalty, even though the stuff that's going
told
on.
me
But
that I'm
yeah,
not
you may,
leaving my
even with
daddy.
the 19-year-old, even though he's grown, I would suggest counseling to them. So, excuse me, Miss Kelly, if you have to excuse yourself, you can. I appreciate you so much. I know this was supposed to be your own. We have to bring you back again since
I love you.
this. Look, since this got cut off 3 times, all the good stuff was on the first and second one. I just for real. But I'm gonna load this one up for sure because it's gonna save. It's gonna get loaded. But I'm gonna have to bring you back like probably. I'm probably gonna have to extend this until the first week, at least the first week of September.
You're
So
you're you're Nicole is gone.
I didn't see Nicole. Nicole, where you go? I didn't tell you to go.
Maybe she
I
thought
said Kelly
maybe
had to
she thought
go.
you did her.
No, I said Kelly had to go. Boy, I tell you, Nicole, look, girl, Lord have mercy. If you want to come back on, Kelly, Nicole, just say you want to come back on. If not, we'll close it out. But I just want to say thank you, Kelly, for being so transparent, for giving your nuggets of wisdom. You are amazing. Oh, she said she don't know what happened. Um, so I'm gonna bring her back on just cause.
Yes, yes.
But I want to say thank you for coming on. Thank you for your wisdom, your nuggets. I would love to have this conversation with you again so people can get the good stuff that they missed because the other videos did load up. I'm gonna try to give another recap when I close this out
Okay,
so they
okay.
know that when you left, whatever happened. But you've been so transparent, so honest. This has been really a good conversation. I appreciate you for also helping Nicole and Demont bring out the kid aspect of it. You
Yeah.
all are amazing for blessing my life. I pray that this goes viral and some people get some good stuff from. But like I said, Kelly, I think I'm gonna have to pick a night. I might have to call you from Cancun and be like, we're gonna do 30 minutes and just 30 minutes only.
No problem. Just give me a call, sis. And
All
I
right,
think
you
there's
have a
some,
good night.
you as well. I think there's some other topics you mentioned. Let me know what your schedule is for the next couple of months, and
And you
I'll
know
tell
what?
you.
First of all, I need some help. So while we on here and everybody listens to live, conversations of things about traumatic issues that you all want to talk about, please DM me or inbox me because, like I said, September is Suicide Prevention Month. So that was the month I was going to talk about that. But that's such a heavy topic. Some people are willing to talk about it, some are not. I can only talk so much about myself. Um, I love you too, Sarah. That's your sister. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
meet her in person. Um, there's so much time now. I can talk about DV all during the month of October, and I know I'll have people on for that. But I'm not really sure what I want to do November, December. I might do loss of a loved one because we know going into the holiday season when we lose loved ones, that's very, very difficult and it could be traumatic. And then I would have to map out my stuff for the first of the year. Actually, Demont's still on here. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is because there was a gentleman that spoke to us in Atlanta and told us that we had to be more visible. And if we were going to be visible, we had to be consistent. And I made the conscious decision when I came back from Atlanta to hit the ground running. This was the first thing that I need to do to make myself visible. So I committed myself definitely to the month of August, with the exception of the 1 week that I'm not going to be here. I've committed myself to the month of August to be visible every night at 7 p.m. The only day I might have to go earlier is I do have a lady that's calling me, I believe, from Sweden, which is going to be amazing.
Wonderful.
She's coming up from Sweden with the time difference, 7 o'clock at night. Her time is 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, 7 o'clock at night. Our time is 2 o'clock in the morning. Her time. So I may have to shift that particular day up in the middle of the day, just because, to be fair to her, so she's not up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So that will probably be like earlier during the day, and I'll make sure I put that on the flyers when I promote. So, but yes, Kelly, whenever you want to come back, whenever I have an open thing, hello, blessings to you as well. Whenever I have something open that you can give value to, I would appreciate you being on. You need to tell your mentor, Minister Felicia, that she should have been on this live, at least listening, if she wasn't doing nothing else.
Hold on. Let me tell you in her defense. Because I told her, and she was like, yay, she was gonna say special prayers for me. But she also was like, she forgot her IG password. She had to see if she remember her IG password. So, so she said,
reset. Look, either reset or start you another page like everybody else do.
now hold on, now you know that's technical difficulties.
Like either reset it or start you a whole another page and just let everybody know it's me. I started another page. That's all you guys do.
All right. I'm gonna put a little plugger in. I'm gonna put a little plug in since you told me I could. The Lord dropped in me just out of nowhere. I am. If you guys like, or you know somebody who do like blinged out Crocs, I'm blinging them out. They look so cute. So contact me on there. Yes, ma'am. What are them things called? Them gym
Thank you,
shoes.
Demont.
Huh?
I was telling Demont, thank you. You're amazing too, bro. I love you. So you blinking out Crocs, huh? Okay, so you all need to Kelly, type your at. So it should be at the top, but just in case, type your at the bottom. It's purpose _driven _19 Lady K. So you all want some blinged out Crocs, something that's gonna
what are them other things called? Chucks? Yeah.
Oh, Chucks, you do gym shoes too. Okay, so she blinging out shoes, y'all. Y'all, if y'all want y'all shoes blinged out, y'all make sure y'all hit Kelly up. Great birthday presents, or just to style up your casual wardrobe and make some things happen.
Some glasses. I did, the
Oh, so you do blinging out everything.
Hey, what is the purpose driven 19? Yeah, there we go.
Purpose, yes, purpose _driven _19. There you go.
Got it.
Is that your business sign at Collections by Kels?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, y'all follow that one as well. At Collections with a K by Kels with a K. Good job.
Yes, ma'am. But I sell purses too, so.
So what you do is, I'm gonna write. Well, let me write both of them down before you hang up. Because what I'm gonna do is when I close this out and I actually post it, I'm going to tag both of them.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, love, and thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. You are amazing.
Thank you. To God be the glory. It was very nice meeting you, Miss Nicole, and to your other
nice meeting you too.
Yes. All right. God bless.
All right, sweetie. God bless.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Well, Miss Nicole, I thank you for joining me. I've been on here since 7 o'clock. Just X out the top, sis. X out right corner. I'm gonna have to inbox you. You let me know. I'm gonna pick a date. It'll probably be the first week of September. Because my October.
Just let me know.
If somebody cancel, my October is now filled. Unless, of course, I come on during the middle of the day or something and do like a bonus segment. I might do a bonus segment. And just let me know. I so appreciate you, everybody, for joining my live. Thank you. This one will be posted. So this right here is Nicole. Nicole is not Kelly. Kelly was on here. If you watched the video before, thank you for watching the live. Thank you for watching the replay. Kelly was the first woman with the braids. And we had this good conversation for a whole hour from 7 to like 8 o'clock. And then we started having technical difficulties and stuff just did not upload. Kelly talked about her being in a wonderful marriage now, but she's been divorced twice. Her first marriage was the one that she talked the most about because she has kids in that marriage, and how she married young and didn't do counseling. And we're all women of faith, and we believe that God does things
Me
in good
too.
season. So I love you too, Elizabeth. And then my good brother Demont joined us on this line because we all came back, because usually I don't do that. But Demont came on here, and now Nicole is on here, and I'm gonna have to have both of them back on my live. You guys, if you all are watching this replay, I promise you, Nicole can attest. I think Nicole has probably been with me just about every night since I started
Yeah.
with the guests. I don't know if you caught when I was doing it at first too, but it's definitely with the guests. And if you all did not catch those lives, please go back and watch those lives. There are all types of good nuggets and good testimonies. Yep. And I think that it will help us break the bad stigmatism of divorce and give people positive reasons to want to remarry, or if not, even if you don't want to remarry, just so you'll be comfortable in knowing that if you're healing, you're whole, you're okay. Divorce does not make you damaged good. I used to be a part of a ministry that said, I'm divorced, not dead. And that's exactly what it is. You still have life after divorce. You can thrive. You can live your best life and do great works and help other people just take down those negative walls. So that's what we're talking about this month. Thank you all for joining me. Nicole, I love you. We have to get together.
I love you too.
And so thank you for coming on here.
No
thank
problem.
you, Elizabeth, for joining me again. I seen Vanita came on. Thank you, Sarah Vera, Miss Kelly's sister, Demont. You know, you are my guy. Thank you, Delvin came back on from last night. I promise y'all, Delvin was my first man. So if y'all didn't watch Delvin yesterday, that's definitely one you need to go back and watch, because Delvin gave very, very good, wholesome Christian from a man's point of view, but also a minister's point of view, because Delvin is a minister of the gospel.
I was on there.
So it was good stuff. So Nicole, I love you. Thank you for joining
Love
me.
you too.
You all have a wonderful night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. God willing. Good night, everybody.